Hello and good morning. We're in week 9, and MCR is going to have a test from Friday to Sunday. Also, you have retesting from Friday to Sunday. Let's take a look up here. You will not be able to retest the test that I give you this week. So let's take a look. We're doing the quadratic equation, and that's what you'll be tested on, along with percents. Okay, so let's take a look. Here is your formula. And you have to get it equal to 0. Well, it's already equal to 0. So this is your A, your B, and your C. So it's going to be x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times A times C, all divided by 2 times A. So that gives me 5. This gives me 25. This is a double negative, so that becomes a plus. This is 12, 4 times 3. So we're going to have 12 times 8 is 96, all divided by 6. So now you're going to add 96 and 25. You're going to hit shift, square root, and that gives you 11. So it's going to be 5 plus or minus 11 divided by 6. So we're going to do the plus first. So 5 plus 11 is 16 divided by 6. Then we're going to do the minus. 5 minus 11 is a negative 6 divided by 6. So this reduces to 2 goes into 16, 8 over 3, and this is a negative 1. Now on your worksheet today, there's going to be some of them that you're going to have to convert. And here's the worksheet in case you can't get it off of Canvas. You can copy it down. Make sure you put the heading. If you look at some of the answers you have to convert, like this one, the way you would convert it is you would take 30, shift, square root, plus 6, press equals, and then divide by 6, and when you do, you get 1.91. So this would be 1.91, and that's the way you convert them. So if you have questions, ask, and I do want you to check your answers. Let's turn our attention now to geometry. Geometry, we're supposed to be starting volume, and we'll start tomorrow. But for today, let's just do a review to ease into the week. So understand that you have retesting from Friday to Sunday only. Bell work is due at the same time, okay? And of course week 9's work. Well, the distance formula looks like this, and I want you to write it like this. So you're going to put your x's and your y's separate. So it's going to be 1 minus a negative 5, and then negative 2 minus 5. So this becomes a plus because it's a double, so that gives you 6 squared. This gives you a negative 7 squared. So that gives you 36 plus 49. And when you add that up, you get the square root of 85. So shift, square root, and you get 9.2. Okay, that's part of what you're doing today is the distance formula. This one right here says find the slope parallel and perpendicular. Well, parallel is going to be the same slope. So this one would be the same. This one would be flip and opposite, or negative reciprocal. So you want to get y by itself. So you want to move the 7x over. When you do, it's a plus, but when you move it across the equal sign, it becomes a negative. And then you're going to divide by negative 5. So your slope is right here, and that's a positive 7 over 5. So if you want parallel, you use the same slope. If you want perpendicular, you got to change it and flip it. And there it is. Parallel and perpendicular. Make sure you understand that. Okay, it's EOC stuff. Let's keep moving. Find a line parallel and perpendicular. Now, find a line perpendicular to this one through that point. I left my x off in slope-intercept form. Okay, so we're going to use something called point slope. So this is x and y. So it's going to be y minus your y, which is this one. They happen to be the same. The slope, you got to change it and flip it. So it becomes a positive 8 over 3. And then x minus your x, which is a negative 3. Okay? Now this is okay. This is called point slope, but it's not in slope-intercept form. So you got to draw your line and work this out to get y by itself. So you're going to get a plus 3. You're going to go ahead and put a plus here and a 1 under here, and you're going to distribute. So you're going to get 8 over 3x. 8 times 3 is going to give you 24. 3 times 1 is 3. So now you're going to subtract 3 from both sides. Now here you don't have to find the least common denominator, thankfully. This gives you 8 minus 3, which gives you 5. So your answer is going to be 8 over 3x plus 5. And that's called slope-intercept form. And you have to be able to do that. On today's work, that's what you're going to be doing. So you have to locate the points. Where are these points at? And you got to do the distance formula. That's the whole front. And the answers are there, so you'll know if you're doing it right. On the back side, you have to do parallel and perpendicular. And again, this is just a review. So it says find the slope of a line parallel to this. Well, here your slope is 1/2, so to be parallel, you're just going to use 1/2. Okay? The answers are at the bottom. If you get stuck, ask. All right, that's pretty much it. Have a good morning, and I'll see you in class.